A cross necklace suddenly jerks upward in a nursing home room where people kept suddenly dying. Over Paris, a strange triangular craft hangs in the sky while another mysterious object captured in infrared shoots away at impossible speed. And at a small party in Thailand, a man appears on camera even though he died in a crash on the way there. All this and more, this is disturbing footage that should not exist. If you ever want to get a job where you're likely to encounter paranormal activity, I think a nursing home would be a good choice. This first video comes from Camila Torres on TikTok. She works at a nursing home. Back in 2019, a resident at the home wanted Camila to capture footage of her blessing one of the rooms. Why did the woman think it needed blessing? Well, the room had a reputation. According to Camila, a lot of weird things would happen in this room. Residents had sudden episodes, a number of them passed away in there, and staff would often get chills walking past it. It got to the point where they didn't house anyone in that room anymore. It was simply referred to as the death room. So a blessing seemed fitting. What Camila captured on camera, though, was downright eerie. Suddenly, the woman's cross swings up into the air, and it doesn't move like it would, with a strong breeze. It looks like someone plucked it up and then let it go. Only there's nobody there, of course. It's just a pitch black room. This insane piece of UAP footage comes out of Paris, where traffic came to a halt with people looking up to try and make sense of what was floating above their heads. It's triangle-shaped with lights on each corner, one flashing in the center. Very strange looking object, but it's not the first triangle-shaped UFO footage to come out of Paris. This next piece of video is even more incredible, but it was captured way back in 2008. Supposedly, this footage stayed buried for about 13 years, quietly suppressed by big tech companies like Google. The footage was recorded in Paris in July of 2008. Story goes the person who filmed it was a military serviceman who chose to stay anonymous. The account that originally posted the clip never uploaded anything else. A lot of people who've looked at the video say it's just CGI, and that's probably the most common explanation, but others argue that the level of detail makes that less probable. The footage looks pretty complex for something that'd just, be thrown on the internet anonymously. It's not like there's any profit to be made from that. If the footage is real, it appears to be filmed using infrared, specifically the kind where heat shows up as white. The craft also appears to vent steam, and the background doesn't look like a still image. In the distance, there's what appears to be an industrial facility, and the steam rising from it seems to move naturally. Now, does this mean the footage is 100% definitely real? No, it could be hoaxed, but if so, it's very well done. And this object may be more than just a random UFO though. A lot of commenters think it's specifically TR-3B, which is a rumored secret triangular aircraft supposedly developed by the US military. Reports usually describe a large black triangle with lights on each corner and sometimes a glowing circle in the center, moving slowly and almost silently through the sky. The name started appearing in the 90s in discussions about classified aerospace projects, but in those videos, that's basically exactly what the thing looks like. Don't you hate it when your pet will suddenly just stare off at a wall or some random corner in the room for seemingly no reason? Frozen in place, visibly concerned and unsettled. It's eerie without a doubt, but this next story takes that to a whole other level. If I woke up at 3 a.m. to find my dog sitting at the top of the stairway staring motionless like this, I'd be moving out of there within the week. This clip comes from VideoChica89 on Instagram. She said she'd been hearing strange sounds at night coming from the stairs, so she set up a nanny cam one night. When she looked over the footage the next morning, a shiver went up her spine. Her dog had sat there staring like that for over 4 hours. And what was he looking at? What was he hearing? She had no idea. But apparently since that night, he's been refusing to use those stairs. This is a rather infamous clip, especially in Thailand. A Thai news station even covered this. It comes from the early days of the internet, back when the internet was a lot creepier, in my opinion. But don't be alarmed by the potato quality of the video. Some people believe a ghost appeared on camera at this small party in Thailand. It looks like the kind of video you'd see posted on Facebook back in the day, just a group of teenagers hanging out. But you'll notice throughout this video, one person has been circled in red, and that's because there's an eerie story connected to him. The guy seen in the circle had been on his motorcycle when he was struck by a pickup truck. He died at the scene. The thing is, that crash happened before he ever made it to the gathering. Nobody found out he died until later. As far as anyone at the party knew, he just never showed up. That's right, they did not see the man circled in red at the time. It was only when they watched the footage that they noticed what could only be described as the spirit of their friend hanging out with the rest of the group. Some believe it was his ghost, who drifted to the party after the accident, not realizing that he died. We've all seen videos of cats and dogs standing completely still for a long stretch of time, but this is really something else. Posted to the TikTok account Noel the Lamb, this video shows 4 horses standing in their pen completely and utterly frozen in place. I mean, if it weren't for the rain and the horses' tails slightly blowing in the breeze, I'd think this was just a still image. The farmer thinks it's a glitch in the Matrix, and being that she's with these animals day in and day out, I feel like she must be a pretty good judge of what's weird behavior with the animals and what isn't. And there's some interesting comments on this video that add another unsettling layer to the whole thing, like this one. When animals act out of character, I definitely watch more closely to my surroundings. They are the first to know about any bad weather or threats. And this one from Boho Mama, who writes, "A horse appearing frozen is often a normal and natural behavior, reflecting a combination of resting, vigilance, and responses to their environment or perceived threats." Threats seems to come up a lot in this comment section, which of course makes me wonder, was something skulking around the farm that day? I mean, what exactly were those horses reacting to? Anyway, what do you all think? Leave your comments down below. This next video comes out of Ciudad Juarez in Mexico in 2014. The footage was captured by a parent filming their kid's baseball game. Now, supposedly, nobody saw anything odd at the time, but looking back at the footage later, the parent noticed this odd figure standing out in the field. See that weird, I guess, cloaked looking thing? Yeah, nobody had seen it with their naked eye, and it looks to be flashing, almost like there's electricity moving through it. It's incredibly weird. Someone made some pretty bold claims, saying it's an interdimensional being or an alien cloaking itself. I have absolutely no idea what to make of this thing, but it is definitely strange. And this next video makes me want to shut my mouth, close my eyes, and cover my ears, because this is just an ungodly amount of insects. This clip comes out of Hunan, China. Good reminder to never take a trip there, I guess. I mean, holy crap. I'd think the world was ending. I mean, imagine just taking one of those electric fly swatters and just wading through that mess. I mean, the thing would probably catch fire. And this last clip comes out of Yemen. It's around 2 in the morning. A guy's sitting behind the counter in his small shop when a woman suddenly walks in. Right away, something about her seems off. She's extremely pale, for one. The way she carries herself is a little unsettling. Now, being pale on its own, it's not that unusual. I mean, just look at me. But the interaction quickly gets strange. The woman asks the man why he's listening to the Quran. Then she moves closer to him, really close. She steps right into his personal space, close enough that the man visibly leans back in his chair, clearly uncomfortable. And that's when she tells him, "Don't be afraid, I'm an angel." After that, she turns as if she's about to leave, but then suddenly stops and asks the man a question. "Who passed away?" The man looks confused and tells her that nobody's died. The woman asks the same question again, though, almost like she doesn't believe him. He gives the same answer, though. Nobody. Before leaving, she also asks him for some money, but the man tells her he doesn't have anything to give her. Eventually, she walks out of the store. Now, at first glance, this just sounds like a strange late-night encounter. I mean, 2 a.m. at a small corner store, odd people coming in is not exactly unheard of, but according to this store owner, there was one last detail that really disturbed him. When he looked down, he said the woman's feet didn't look normal. He claimed they looked like horse hooves. So the question is, who, or possibly what, actually walked into that store that night? Well, with all that said, that's been the video. I will catch you, yes, you specifically, next time.